Right now, it is the Oklahoma City Thunder, though, that have the series lead. As we welcome you to NBA Today, our duo of do-it-all analysts, Andrea Carter, Shanae Agumake, our NBA champ, Kendrick Perkins. I'm Malika Andrews, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. 2 more wins, and they get to take home this trophy sitting right next to me here, the Western Conference Oscar Robertson Trophy. Last night, they got one step closer. This is how this one went down here. Our very own Kendrick Perkins, as getting received only as you should here.
Yes, sir.
A loud ovation here from the Paycom Center faithful. The only louder cheers, I think, were when SGA got his MVP award ahead of this game.
He earned that. I ain't gonna lie, he earned that.
And
I did shed a thug tear, though.
Thug tear.
Yeah, thug
well,
tear.
SGA backed it up with a thug MVP performance here.
Yeah, if you think about it, be careful what you wish for. Earlier this year, Anthony Edwards said this guy is the most valuable player. That's how he's playing like. Well, he showed us exactly why he earned the award.
Hey, y'all, have the Minnesota Timberwolves ever heard of the word trap? Double team?
Well, in the third quarter here, this is where the Oklahoma City Thunder created some real separation. Chet with the slam right there. This has been an emphasis for OKC as we see that sweet connection one more time. And then about a minute later here, Wallace drives and leaves it for Holmgren. He throws it down again. SGA said that the Thunder, their success in this third quarter series, they actually learned something last time around. Take a listen.
We were terrible coming out of half in the last series, and that's just been an emphasis of ours. Like, we have to, no matter what's going on in the first half, we have to start this half the right way.
They have been closing the half really well, and the third quarter, they're plus 28. You can see the frustration there for Anthony Edwards as the game is starting to slip away from them. And then Jaden McDaniels here. He's had 11 fouls in this series. 9 of them have been against SGA.
Why?
A little extra shove here.
That shows.
Here's McDaniels on that foul.
I just wanted to foul him for real. I wasn't even mad. I just had fouls to use.
Oh, you mad because he been busting your ass. That shows signs of weakness right there. That was signs of weakness. That was not physicality. That wasn't setting the tone. That was showing signs of weakness.
What Richard would call petty.
Yeah.
Petty.
Mentally broken.
By the way,
he's already going into all the defenders right there. No need to push him.
SGA, he tallied 38 points in this one. Mr. Consistent, 19 in the first, 19 in the second. Here he was after the game.
Our team really enjoys playing defense and finds it very fun. And when we score, stop, the stops is what gets us going. We can play faster, we play confident, and we're out there running and just hooping. But yeah, us enjoying getting stops is definitely the key to that.
Loud City, it's the Thunderdome for opponents in these playoffs. Oklahoma City winning 7 of their 8 games and having a 191-point differential. That's the best point differential in an 8-game span at home in NBA postseason history. We're 2 games in. The Thunder have won each by 15 or more. Perk, what have they shown us so far?
Well, one, SGA jury make you want to tuck your chain in, okay? You don't even make me want to wear mine. I'm going to just say that, off the muscle, but let's talk about SGA. The greatest Thunder of all time. Yeah, the greatest Thunder of all time. He already joined the company of Michael Jordan this year. 3 consecutive seasons, 30, shooting over 50%. Now he hoisted up the MVP trophy. And now he's on his way to going to the NBA Finals, and he's going to win the NBA championship, and he's going to become Finals MVP. And we're watching a young man right now who is the best perimeter player in the game of basketball on the offensive end. And right now, the way that he's playing, he's unguardable. It's not going to stop. He's in the zone. And we heard leadership in that sound, right? The leadership was, we want to get out and have better second half so we get out there early.
Right.
Remember somebody came into the green room, I think it was Bob maybe, or Stephen A, and said the Timberwolves got out there at the 4-minute mark.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's not a sign of a team that's ready to play basketball.
That's a big statement, though. The best Thunder player ever. This is a team that has had one Mr. Kendrick Perkins, but also Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook have both played for and won MVPs with this team.
Yeah, and you mentioned in the zone. That's how good Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been. But, we laugh at the word aura, but it was truly a gift yesterday to be in SGA's orbit as he won MVP. And I say this because if you think about it, the arena was loud. It's Loud City. But most importantly, in the middle of all this melee, defensively, you see him cool, calm, collected, and just meditating. And it reminds me of Tim Grover, the book Relentless, the guy who trained Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and Dwayne Wade. He said they had the gift of presence. And look at what that presence delivered. Of these 12 field goals, you guys are going to see all of his buckets. He's a monster in the mid-range, leads the NBA in the postseason in mid-range makes. All of these, almost all of these, 11 out of those 12 were contested. He tied a playoff career high. He is someone that is leading by examples. He does not go by what he says. He goes by what he does, and his energy, his aura, his zone. It's truly contagious.
When there is somebody that has that much aura and that much talent and
Has
that
anyone
much
ever said
skill,
aura this
right?
much in a block on television?
Well,
We're
we're
going to start
talking
turning
about
into a little
SGA.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's the king of it. But when someone has that much going on with how great he is, it is so easy to just sit back and watch him be great. As a teammate, like I've been in that position before. You have some great teammates. You've played alongside
I do it
greats.
with Shanae and Perk all
you
the
just
time.
watch
Oh my
them
gosh.
work, right? That's why what Jalen Williams did in last night's game was so impressive, because Jalen Williams created his own offense. He was aggressive. He was efficient. And it was alongside the greatness of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 26 points on 60% from the field, and it's not like they were open. You see these opportunities, ball screen action, hesitation. He scored over Rudy Gobert. He scored around Rudy Gobert. He shot over Anthony Edwards. He was aggressive in transition. Jalen Williams, you know you can count on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You know you can count on the OKC defense.
Yep.
But the performance of J-Dub is the reason why that win was another convincing win.
One of the greatest defensive teams in NBA history, and you could roll the tape. It's a beautiful thing to see, and you could tell a team that's tied together on the string. You see every single guy's in help position. They see they man. Look at the front right here, right? Like, you're not going to catch it. I'm going to get into your legs, and then the weak side is coming over, and Luke Dortz to get the swipe down. And then here we go again. Look at Alex Caruso, the disruptor. Watch this right here. This is the prime example of controlling the weak side. Give in a little tag, and then the active hands to get the steal, and they out in transition. I never seen a team like this in my life. Defensively.
It's a little scary.
Not with this many perimeter defenders. It's scary as hell.
I will be the first to admit I thoroughly underestimated this OKC team being in this moment.
Yeah.
I'm like, at Western Conference Finals, they haven't been here before, but because of the way they hang their hat on the defensive end and control that side, that's why we're seeing these performances.
And it has all of us saying, okay, we thought this was going to be a long series. The Thunder have looked so dominant. Typically, this is the part of the show where we toss to hearing from the star of the losing side of this. But actually, Anthony Edwards, he didn't speak after last night's game. He left the arena before he spoke to reporters here. And it was interesting. He said he was fined $50,000 after game one for using profanity. He said that he was fined $50,000 for saying, I can't believe I took 13 effing shots. Honestly, I thought that was a little bit weak. We shouldn't be trying to legislate the personality out of guys, but that's the league's prerogative, and the fines are starting to pile up, as you can see here, for Anthony Edwards. But that all aside, Shanae, a lot of folks are starting to ask the question, is this series pack up? It's going to be done.
I don't think it's done, but you're starting to see that it will take a Herculean, gargantuan, nuclear type of effort from Anthony Edwards, which we were on the precipice of seeing, last game, for them to win, for them to compete, because they're not getting the same thing that Andrea just outlined. The consistency from the supporting cast. And the tough thing is that you are going up against not even one of the best defense in the NBA. You need